Artificial Intelligence System. Online. All systems, nominal. Greetings human, and welcome to Astronight's channel and community. We are glad to have you with us on this voyage. Today, we travel to one particularly interesting planet called Mars. It is located not far from your planet Earth. And one day, it might be your new home. Arriving at designated location in 5 seconds. Mars. Our new future home. And one of our closest neighboring planets. Mars and Earth share surprisingly a lot of similarities. From its day and year duration, to the geological features, polar ice caps, weather and climate, and much more. Today, we will learn about those subjects. The distance from Earth to Mars is 54.6 million kilometers. Which may sound far away, but in astronomical senses, that is actually very close. It takes between 150 and 300 days to travel from Earth to Mars with current technologies. But as we improve our technology, traveling to Mars will be much faster. The solar day on Mars is only slightly longer than it is on Earth. It's 24 hours, 34 minutes and 35 seconds long. Since Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, and further away, its year is little longer than ours. It takes 1 year, 320 days and 18.2 hours for Mars to complete its orbit around the Sun. Mars is also smaller than Earth. Its diameter is 6,790 kilometers, and that's only slightly more than half the size of Earth, which diameter is 12,750 kilometers. Notice the difference in color between the two planets. Almost 70% of Earth's surface is covered by liquid water. Mars is also less dense, and because of that, gravity there is much weaker than on Earth. And that means, if you would drop something on the ground, it would be falling much slower than you are used to. It also means that person who weighs 100 kilograms on Earth would weigh only 38 kilograms on Mars. So if you have weight problem, there's no need to go on diet. Just move to Mars. Because of their similarity of rotational axis, Mars has the most similar seasons to Earth from all the planets in solar system. That means, Mars has summers and winters, just like Earth. Let's explore Mars' geological features up close. We will talk about Mars' climate later. More prominent features of Mars is Valles Marineris, a system of canyons that looks like a giant scar on the face of the planet when looked from the space. It's one of the largest canyon system in our solar system. It's more than amazing 4,000 kilometers long, 200 kilometers wide and up to 7 kilometers deep. The only longer canyon we discovered yet is Rift Valleys on Earth. It also has one of the biggest volcano and mountain in solar system, called Olympus Mons, with incredible height of 21.9 kilometers. Olympus Mons is about 2.5 times Mount Everest's height above sea level. It is one of the largest volcanoes, the tallest planetary mountain, and the second tallest mountain currently discovered in the solar system, comparable to Vesuvius on Vesta. It is often cited as the largest volcano in the solar system. However, by some metrics, some other volcanoes are considerably larger. Mars is often referred to as the red planet, and that's because of its reddish appearance, which is a result of a lot of iron oxide in its surface. And that's very noticeable when you take a look at photos that were taken by several rovers which are on Mars. There is brown and red color everywhere, and it looks similar to deserts in Texas. All that is missing are cactuses and cows, and you wouldn't notice the difference. Although Mars has thin atmosphere, it does have its own climate dynamics. Already, several times, NASA's Curiosity rover photographed clouds. And these weird marks that you can see on the ground were made by small tornadoes, which were also recorded by Curiosity. Later on, we found out that they are actually common occurrence. It is now known that Mars sometimes has so big dust storms that they can be easily seen from space. Those storms are sometimes so big that they can cover entire planet. Interesting thing is that Mars looks like a desert and dead planet. But it actually has a lot of activity going around and lots of water ice that we found throughout our explorations. The most obvious locations where we found water ice is in polar ice caps in North and South. More than 5 million cubic kilometers of ice have been detected at or near the surface of Mars. That's enough to cover the whole planet to a depth of 35 meters. Even more ice is likely to be locked away in the deep subsurface, which we can get by drilling, similar as we drill for oil on Earth. On Mars, the temperature can vary from -143 at the polar caps during winter, and up to 35 degrees at equatorial regions during summer. Mars also has two small but beautiful moons called Phobos and Deimos. They are pretty small in comparison to our moon and are of a regular shape. Phobos is larger and is also the closest, so it's nicely visible from Mars, while Deimos is smaller and would appear to observer as just another star in night sky. Although they are small, they are pretty in their own way. One of the impressive things we recorded with rovers on Mars is solar eclipse as Phobos was passing by. To see this sight in person would be invaluable. You can even notice the Phobos' irregular shape. With all its beauty, water ice and other features, Mars has been fixation of humanity for decades. We always wanted to go there and make it a second home, but there are some challenges that we must solve before we move there. The challenge for colonization of Mars is its atmosphere and weak magnetosphere, which means there is lack of breathable air there and lots of radiation. Mars lost its magnetosphere around 4 billion years ago. Since then, solar winds were stripping Mars of its atmosphere, and that's why its atmosphere is so thin. Currently, any human that would come to Mars would have to wear a specially designed astronaut suit that protects him from radiation and provides him with breathable air. After some time, we will build entire cities over there, either in mountains or underground, which is probably the safest option. Optionally, we can build entire settlements on surface in specially designed habitats, as envisioned by SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. After we have done that, we can proceed to terraform Mars. Terraforming is a complicated process, in which we will have to adapt the atmosphere of an entire planet to suit us, so that we can roam free without any protective suits. This task may take several generations to complete, but it seems we are on a good way with missions that are ongoing and a lot of new ones in preparation phase. Currently, Mars is inhabited only by robots that we sent on its surface and in its orbit. But in this decade, the first human being will set his foot on the surface of our new home. In our next video, we will be talking about Mars history and all humanity's previous missions there, current missions, and the future ones. So click that subscribe button to get notified once video is out. Thank you for watching and have a nice and productive day.